Hello, and welcome back to Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlord. I'm your host, Simon the Serpent. Well, we are continuing our war with the Aserai. I mentioned in a previous video that I do not intend to serve the Southern Empire in the long term. They are a useful stepping stone, however. I think now is a good time to mention my plan. My goal with the Southern Empire is to conquer the Aserai until they're left with, let's say, 3 castles. At which point, I intend to betray them. The original plan was to push the Khuzait back to 2 or 3 castles, but they're proving more difficult to defeat than the Aserai. Once the Aserai are pushed back to 3 or so castles, I will begin to undermine the Southern Empire. As the Imperial Lords attempt to form armies, they will use influence. I will use this feature with the armies to disband the Southern Empire armies, to reduce the clan's influence until they're quite low in influence. I currently have more influence in the Southern Empire than the Empress's clan. But if they all work together, they can override my suggestions. And I don't want that. Once the clans are reduced in influence, I will spend some of my own influence to expel some of the clans of the Empire. Once a clan has been expelled, their castles shall become available. I will allow the other clans to take the castles. However, I will block Regea's clan from taking any castles from the exiled clans in this region, in the Aserai Desert. I will, however, allow her to take these castles over here, as I don't particularly want them. Anyway, that's my plan. And once I've taken most of the Southern Empire territory, I will leave the Southern Empire itself. And once I've left the Southern Empire, I shall ask many of the exiled Southern Empire clans to join me, as well as the landless Aserai clans that live in this region over here. That is my plan. And with the support of the Southern Empire and Aserai clans, I shall conquer the rest of Calradia. They don't call me a serpent for nothing. Anyway, on to the siege of Lyakis. I find 3 trebuchets is usually enough. I wait until this one is almost built, then I build the other ones. They want more of their people saved. Ah, Jamayeh is under siege again. He should be able to save them. Alright, let's send in our soldiers. And we're victorious.
Enough. You win today, you dog. Ah, the shame of it.
You don't like me, but I'm letting you go. I will have to recruit their clans eventually. Banner of Dust Devils. Oh, that's a very good one to give one of my close friends. Perhaps my wife. I will pillage it, I suppose. I don't intend to devastate the settlements that may one day become mine. I'll give a few soldiers, perhaps, to this garrison over here. The militia cannot be relied upon to be loyal. Anyway, I'll cut away here and come back a bit later. See you then. Alright, we're back. This Aserai army is besieging Jamayeh. After I defeat him, I'll perhaps gather more soldiers and lay siege to Khuzait. Anyway, let's go and fight this one. Send in the soldiers. And we have a victory. Anyway, I'll cut away here and come back to you in a moment. See you then. Okay, we're back. Well, as you can see, we've made peace with the Aserai. I did lay siege to Khuzait with this army that I'm leading, but the Aserai made peace before then. Before I could take it. I've also risen to clan tier 5. Which means I can get another companion. I found this one, Tsuban the Outcast, inside the tavern here, so I think I may hire him. He is a warrior of some sort.
Peace to you, stranger. Though, if you come any closer, I may stick a knife in your belly, as one cannot be too careful these days.
My name is Simon. You're a very violent man. Tell me about yourself.
I'll tell you my story, but if you would judge me for what I do, you're welcome to do so, but I do not care to hear it. My clan was among the last of the Khuzait to live out on the open steppe, moving from place to place in the old way. It was not a large clan. You would not have heard of it. It became even smaller when our encampment was surprised by an imperial patrol, and our flocks slain and scattered. Those of us who survived were forced to seek refuge in a village under a larger clan, whose name you may know, but I shall not mention it. They protected us, but they treated us with contempt. We were told to hew wood for them, to bring them water. We submitted, for the sake of our old and our nursing mothers. We submitted. But it was hard for young men to take. Perhaps I was prouder than most, or quicker to anger. One day, one of them insulted my lineage, and I insulted his. I was angry, but my words were ill-chosen. Our protectors said they would no longer protect us if I remained among them, so my clan banished me.
Indeed, misfortune does not mean you must submit to humiliation.
A man must eat. It's easy to find traders on the steppe and take their horses. But a man, unless he wishes to live like a beast, must also have people to buy those wares and give him food and blankets. There are merchants here in the towns who will buy horses without asking too many questions, and sometimes have other work for me. You could say, perhaps, that I am between jobs right now. So, if by any chance you're looking to hire, well, I'm open to discussion.
I could use someone like you in my company. He has horsemanship, polearm skill, one-handed, archery, some steward skill, which might be useful if I'm having him govern a settlement. Here you are.
I'll get my gear and join you outside.
Excellent. Well, we've taken a bite out of the Aserai. However, now the Northern Empire has gone to war with us. The Khuzait have taken much of their territory in the north. I think the Southern Empire should take some of their land in the south. But I think I shall let the Imperial armies deal with them for the time being. As for me, I think I'll go into the Khuzait lands and trade some horses. Anyway, I shall see you a bit later. Okay, we're back. Well, after last time, I went up through all of the Khuzait towns, trading horses and other trade goods. I sold the horses for a good price at Chaikand. Well, many of them at Chaikand. Then I travelled up to Tyol, where I purchased some more goods, and sold some more at Sibir. I sold some more horses and goods at Sibir and Varnova Pol. Now that that's done, the Northern Empire has taken these two castles. Phycaon has passed hands a time or two while I was off trading. I have returned. I've placed the trade goods I could not yet sell in Myzea's storehouse. I've also purchased a velvet... what do you call it? A velvet weavery. I've placed A large amount of silk in the warehouse. I filled it to capacity. Perhaps 50%. There we are. Now I'm chasing a Northern Empire army before laying siege to Phycaon. It looks as though we could take it rather quickly, and I imagine the Northern Empires only place small garrisons in these two castles. So let's go do that. Follow me, please, so that you can attack them. And the Khuzait have declared war on us. I think at the very least I should retake our castles over here. Focus on the Southern Empire for a time until they make peace. I do believe we can take this with only ladders. Send in the soldiers. It seems I must retreat. I shall take the best troops from my companions and then scatter the army. I made a foolish decision with two armies bearing down on me. I should have dealt with them first.
I'm at your...
I won't disband the army as it will cause me to go slow, but I will release the lords that are following me. They may serve as a distraction. They bring a peace offer from the Northern Empire. And they offer a large tribute. I suppose it's acceptable. Only a few are not in favour of it. I shall abstain. We have lost more military strength. And we are fighting the Khuzait, whose military strength has gone up considerably. Not the outcome I had hoped for. I could sell some of this at Phycaon. I think I have a plan. I will raid the villages attached to the Northern Empire fiefs that the Khuzait have taken and ferment rebellion. That will cause a distraction and also weaken the settlement defenses. I suppose I'd have to go closer. Anyway, I should cut away here. Okay, we're back. Khuzait have taken Jamayeh Castle. I was hoping to attack them beforehand. Unfortunate. I could still besiege it.
Well, unless I reckon the odds falsely, I'd say you have a very good...
You're the one who ought to surrender, I think. We outnumber them, which is good, though I can't speak to the strength of my soldiers. There's another army in there. Try and get away. Surrender or die. Yield or fight. Their friends are too close. I will leave. It would seem I may have to sacrifice some of my allies. They're too close. I will collect some more soldiers from my garrison and go back to attack them. Those outriders are too expensive. Unfortunately, most of my soldiers in here are recruits. Anyway, I'll cut away here and come back in a moment. See you then. Okay, we're back. I disbanded these soldiers from my army so that this one might chase me. And now I'm telling them to follow me again. Now, they're going to help me. Unfortunately, the Khuzait took this castle here before I could assist it. But, that's fine. We're starting to gain ground against them. I need more level 1 horses. I can upgrade 57 of these. I'll just go with footmen for now for them. Anyway, I'll cut away here and come back a bit later. See you then. Alright, I'm back. After defeating a 500-man army over here, I gathered more soldiers and defeated a 300-man army near Danustica. I'm going to attack the settlement. I have many prisoners. Hopefully I can recruit some of them by the time the siege is over. They're besieging Shibal Zumir, but it doesn't have a large garrison. We can retake it later. I've taken many of the lords into my prisoner hold. The Battanians declare war. Fine. Alright, let's send in our soldiers. The enemy are gathering army, and we have a reasonable chance of victory. The enemy have close to 400 or 500 soldiers. This may be a mistake. And we have our victory. Excellent. And we're releasing several prisoners that they took. The 300-man army had defeated a small Southern Empire army, so there we are. We will wait in here for a time. We'll lose this castle, but that's fine. We can retake it momentarily. We shall show mercy. Anyway, I'll cut away here and come back in a moment. See you then. Okay, I'm back. Well, the Battanians have declared war on the Southern Empire and are attacking these fiefs over here. I don't particularly care about them, if I'm being honest. They're too far away to defend effectively. The Khuzait have laid siege to my castle here, and I've been granted Danustica after taking it. After I beat this army, I think I will retake Shibal Zumir. Then I'll make my way north. Good price for clay. Send in our soldiers. And we've won.
I give up. I give up. Go back.
You're my prisoner. As are all of you. I can upgrade 100 of these. I need a large number of horses. Well, that's very useful. I think I shall equip that. I think I'll spend one day inside of Erzenur Castle and then move on. Anyway, I shall see you later. Alright, we're back. Well, I've gathered up an army and I'm about to besiege Jamayeh Castle. The Khuzait have taken Juguris and Kyrenia from us. In this video, the Northern Empire have taken these two castles here. But we fought back, sometimes successfully, sometimes unsuccessfully. The Battanians have taken this castle and are likely to take Phycaon, as there's a little over 100 soldiers defending it, and the militia is not inclined to help. But I'll end things off here. I hope you've all enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and next time you'll see me at the siege here. See you then.